Hey everyone, I'm Anthony Feliciano, and today we're going to talk about a very interesting topic. News broke out that Jurassic Park 4 is going to be released in theaters on June 13th, 2014. And actually, I received about 14 messages from my subscribers asking my opinion on this topic. Which I have to say I'm quite shocked. I didn't think anyone would actually care about what I think. But since you guys asked, I feel so glad to make this video. So, what is my big controversial opinion on this? As much as I'm excited for another Jurassic Park film, the fact that there's a release date just really scares me. Think about it. Universal and Avalon Entertainment have under 18 months to get this film prepared, get production underway, and have post-production completed. Is that even enough time? And in 3D no less, come on! Now, as much as I am terrified about this release date, the fanboy in me just can't wait to see another Jurassic Park film. The Jurassic Park films inspired me, and oh god, I'm just really excited. And especially since the writers of Rise of the Planet of the Apes are behind this project, it gives me even more faith in the project. But there is that risk of it being rushed, but you know, let's look at this optimistically. So in light of this news, why don't we talk about the original concept for Jurassic Park 4? You know, that concept that they tried so hard to bury and get rid of, but just keeps surfacing on the internet? Yeah, let's talk about that one. Now, when people heard the original concept, I think they believed it would have went a little something like this.
Hey, Raptor! Stop it! Get over here! Stop it! Stop it! Alright, here's a gun. Find the military. I am such a genius. Who else would have come up with this? Oh god, I'm so sorry.
Wow. So I'm going to keep this as brief as possible. So this summary is based on the Ain't It Cool News script review from 2007. It's also based on another reviewer from the Jurassic Park Legacy. This version of the screenplay was written by John Sayles and William Modahan. So the film was going to open up at a Little League game somewhere in America, where all of a sudden pteranodons, which are the flying reptiles from the third movie, attack. After this event, we see in a series of news reports that this is the first attack on North American soil. This sort of thing has been happening in Central America previously. As a result, the United Nations gets involved and decides to destroy all living animals on Isla Sorna. But then John Hammond is introduced, who does not want to see his creations destroyed, and decides to breed a new generation of dinosaurs that can't reproduce. And then we meet our main character, not Alan Grant, not Ian Malcolm, some random guy named Nick Harris. Yeah. He's kind of a mercenary for hire, and he's hired by John Hammond to go to Isla Nublar, which is the first island from the first Jurassic Park movie, to retrieve the dinosaur embryo can that was lost by Dennis Nedry in that shaving cream can. And with this genetic material, Hammond will be able to put his plan into effect. So Nick Harris does go to Isla Nublar, but he goes alone. And he actually does find the shaving cream, but all of a sudden he's attacked by Escaraptors. Apparently they're like a trapdoor spider-like raptor that dug underground after the island was firebombed, because the island is apparently gone. There are no dinosaurs. Yeah, great job, extermination team. Nick is also attacked by a certain corporation that took over Jurassic Park after Hammond and InGen went bankrupt. They want the DNA. Nick does manage to get away from these attackers, but all of a sudden, once he gets back to the mainland, he is knocked unconscious. Once he awakes, he discovers he's in some sort of medieval castle in the Alps. Huh. And please don't send me a ton of hate mail saying I made that up. You can read the review yourself if you don't believe me. It's revealed that this castle is actually a very sophisticated genetics lab from the corporation that attacked Nick earlier. And he's introduced to a couple of characters, even one we've seen before, Lex Murphy, the little girl from the first movie. Nick is actually given a job to look after a couple of dinosaurs called Deinonychus. These dinosaurs were specially bred with a combination of human and dog DNA in addition to the dinosaur genes. This would allow them to be more obedient and intelligent and be able to carry out missions for the military. And this is where people got the dinosaur with guns thing, yeah. Yeah, that's what they were going to look like. It's interesting to note that Abilene Entertainment actually canceled Jurassic 4 as soon as they saw the artwork. But that doesn't mean there isn't a place for it in the film. I can totally get on board with seeing this creature maybe like in an incubation tank, and we see it for about maybe like 2 minutes of screen time as it shows how the Jurassic Park universe responded to having dinosaurs in the world, and some scientists went into this mad, crazy direction and tried to experiment on them, which I think would be great, but to see it, I think it would be great to see it in an incubation tank or something like that as like a cameo, but having it running around and it just won't work. According to another reviewer, it is mentioned that there wasn't enough action in this film. Majority of the film talked about the ethics of what was going on. Also, there was apparently some flirting going on between a grown-up Lex and Nick Harris. By Act 3, a team of mercenaries actually break into the castle and save Nick and Lex, but the power goes out, of course, and those raptor human things, whatever, yeah, get loose and kill a good chunk of the mercenaries. But it's discovered that these hybrids are actually dependent on some sort of gene that they have to be injected with in order to survive. Nick hides the drug so that way all these creatures will die. But the climax involved the humans escaping the raptors and living happily ever after. The end. Huh. Wow. It does receive a lot of criticism, and one thing that's really important to note is that a film like Jurassic Park is so incredibly hard to make. And like the films are not, there is a lot of creative effort that goes into this. All I can say is, hopefully, Jurassic Park 4 won't be as batshit crazy as the script was. But let's hope for a great film. And if you guys want to help us out, you can subscribe to the channel, like the Facebook page, and if you're subscribed, thank you so much, and here's to more. So, take care.